What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Armada Universe Starscream. And as you can see, he's in his jet mode right now, which looks pretty nice. Fairly accurate to the original toy in the Armada show. And there's some nice detailing throughout. There's he has a painted blue cockpit right here, and it's a really nice like metallic navy bluish, and it's like kind of pearly. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a pearl inside, and then there's like the nice lining throughout. And then there's the Decepticon symbols on the wings, both sides. There's some yellow up in the cannon parts. So overall, it's a pretty simple jet. But it looks nice. And there's yellow up like in the intakes. So not much to say about the jet mode. You can fly it around, I guess. But one of the gimmicks that stuck around from the old show and toy was the flip out missile, or not missiles, the flip out cannons. Unfortunately, he doesn't come with his minicon, which is kind of upsetting. They only are doing minicons for like I guess just Hotshot, the Armada Hotshot box set from Hasbro Pulse that came with Jolt. So that's kind of upsetting that they're not doing like any other minicons for like Galvatron or Megatron or Optimus or anything like that, but maybe someday. So, but you can just manually flip out his cannons in jet mode like that. That's pretty cool. It's a nice feature you can do. And of course they're compatible with any blast effects, so if you have blast effects, you can put those up in there. And yeah, so not much else to say about it, other than there is some weapon storage. He comes with the Starsaber from Armada. It's molded to look like all three minicons, as you can see, because in the show, if you don't know, I'm sure you do know, but in the show, it's three minicons that turn into like planes and like jets, and they combine into the Starsaber. So there's some molding in there, like there's some like fins, and you can tell it's supposed to be, but it's kind of small, not actually minicons, so maybe someday we'll get the minicon set. But under here, you can just actually put the Starsaber under the nose cone, so that's nice. And the other sword, his wing sword, doesn't really have anywhere nice to go, but there are holes like all over the underside, so there's some right here and under the wings and on the legs. So there's stuff you can do for weapon storage, but it doesn't really look that good overall in jet mode. So to get into robot mode, I'm gonna raise the camera a little bit if I can, and then to start, we're going to, let's see, what should we do first? We're gonna do the legs first. We're going to basically untab them right here. In the back, there's these little, like, not really sure what they're supposed to be, but there's these red pieces that you just untab like that. It's kind of a clever transformation, actually. So you untab those, and then unfold the legs from under the jet, and then just straighten them out. Bring them down and around like that. Bring up the feet, and then fold in the red pieces, so it fills in the gaps, which is pretty nice. I like that a lot, actually. Kind of confused me the first time because I got this figure used from like a toy store, so he didn't have instructions, but it was still cool, and it was nice to find out. Then you fold out the heels like that, and his legs are done. Then you want to push up his head like that, and then fold forward the torso and leg assembly, and then bring down the nose cone like that, and then it tabs in. And then you're going to want to fold back the arms and bring them down, then slide them in, because under here it's like a sliding gimmick, or not gimmick, there's like a sliding assembly. So you basically fold out the arm and then push it in a little bit like that, and then fold up the wings, and then finally bring out his hands on both sides like this. And Then you just want to get everything situated so it's not weird looking, like the head tabs in like a specific spot it's not tabbed into right now. So give me a second to get that in there, because it like clips under behind the torso assembly and it's kind of hard to get in. So I'd rather it be, there we go. There we go. So, and then for the back part, I like to keep the cannons up because that's accurate to the show, but I also like to fold this down. So, and there we have Armada Starscream in his robot mode. You just straighten out the legs to make sure they're not weird looking or anything. It's kind of far from the side, sorry. And yeah, there he is in his robot mode. And honestly, he looks really good for a modern rendition. I think he does look better than the Thrilling 30 Starscream. I don't have him, but just from pictures and other reviews, I feel like he looks better. Just my opinion. You disagree with that, of course, but I think it looks a little bit more accurate to Armada, despite having less gimmicks. Like, the sword is just a stiff piece of plastic instead of actually like folding out and sticking it under the wing, even though you can actually put it on the wing because of the peg and hole. You can just put it back there, so that's nice. But yeah, I like his cannons better. You can fold those out still, so that's pretty cool. I do wish he came with the Minicon though. I wish they did a little bit more budget for that. Maybe, I don't know, less articulation. I don't know what they could have done to substitute the Minicon. Maybe gotten rid of this, because this is kind of lame, honestly. But you can still hold it like this, so you can have that. And it looks nice. It looks good on him, but because it scales pretty well with him. But overall, it's kind of just a small extra piece to, you know, try to appease Armada fans. But it's kind of like, it's not really a slap in the face. It's nice that we got it, but it's kind of just like, it's okay, really. I do wish they did like a 3-pack for like a deluxe price or something of Minicons, but it's fine. And then of course you can give him his regular sword. And what I like to do is I like to fold back the wing like that, so it looks like it actually came off. Because that's how it happened in the show. He basically take off his wing and it become the sword. So, yeah, he looks good with his weapons. He looks good in robot mode. There's some good posability. And so, speaking of which, he has hinges at the wings, so you can get them out of the way and move them around and swivel them around and stuff. Then he has a ball joint at the head, which is kind of stiff, so it kind of gets stuck either looking in certain directions or looking down. I don't know if that's just mine or if that's just a thing, but he can look up that far and look down that far. So a little bit of articulation at the head, but kind of gets stuck. Then there's some hinges at the shoulders and a shoulder swivel that goes all the way around, a bicep swivel, and a double jointed elbow. Nothing at the wrists, but it can point, so that's kind of nice looking. He has surprisingly, actually, they could have got rid of this piece of articulation, I think, and the Star Saber and given him his Minicon, but he actually has a waist articulation. It's very hindered because of his cockpit, but it's there, so that's pretty cool. Then he has a up that far. You can actually move these out of the way, get more articulation, which is pretty cool. I just like to have them angled like that. I just think it looks nicer. And then way far back, so he has a lot of articulation at the legs. Then he has a thigh rotation, but on mine, it kind of just, the more you move it, it just comes off. So I don't move his thighs that much, but there is articulation there. And then there's a bend at the knee, and then ankle pivot and point. So there's a lot at the knees and there's actually just a lot going on with him, so you can get some nice poses and stuff. So he's very posable, and he looks good. He's not the best figure, or at least Armada figure, that we've gotten, especially in recent years, but I still think he's good. I wouldn't get him. I got him for lower than retail, so I think that's reasonable. But I don't think I would get him for the regular Voyager price of like $35 or whatever. Just because there's just not much to him, really. It's just kind of, he's just kind of there, you know? You get a mediocre Starsaber, and that's really, like, the selling point, really. But first, a comparison, since I have him here, here is Armada Optimus. So, I honestly didn't really pay much attention to the scaling in the show, but I'm not sure if this is accurate or not, so if you want to comment down below if it's accurate, go ahead. But I feel like it is. I feel like Optimus would be a little bit bigger. I mean, not realistically, a jet would be massive, but for robot mode scale, I feel like this might be accurate. But this is a great figure, by the way. However, Armada Starscream is just a good figure. He's not great. He's not bad. I wouldn't say he's bad. Some people really don't like him, but he's a good figure. Oh, and another comparison that I have here is Cybertron Starscream from Legacy. And so that one's a way better figure, better articulation, better looks, better accessories. So definitely get that figure unless you're an Armada. Whoa. Unless you are an Armada fan, you should get this. But if you don't care about either show, then, you know, get which one you like better. I like this one better. But this has been my review of the Transformers Legacy Armada Universe Starscream. And thank you for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.